Hello, Vista people, and welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Tim. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about words. I think I may have done a light touch on words that words mean things in another Tuesdays with Tim, but I want to go a little bit deeper this time. At Vista, we believe that words do mean things. So we try to be very specific with our definitions and agree with our clients on when we say conversion rate, what that really means, so that we're not defining a term or a word in an apples and oranges type way, so we can be talking about something and still not communicating very well. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense to you, that we agree on definitions. But also, to give you a couple of examples of Vista, the words mean things in Vista, is that we have a recruiting process or a recruiting arm in Vista. We actually changed that wording to be talent acquisition, because when we say the word recruiting, to us, that just meant helping you get the right people in the right spots. But to some of our clients, it meant headhunting. We were going to go out there and try to take someone for another firm or stir up an individual. The way we do it is we actually fish. We actually put ads out and we look for people who are willing to make a move. So we think that talent acquisition much more clearly defines what we're doing in our process of recruiting. Just some other words that mean things to us. We like the word invoice as opposed to send a bill. We're going to send an invoice. We like to say that we don't have a contract with our clients. We have an agreement. And I got some of this from a book from a gentleman named Frank Luntz, Luntz. He wrote a book called Words That Work. He is actually a conservative strategist, and he could be on either side of the aisle, but I like the way that he looks at words. You may remember at one time when there was some discussion of expanding the estate tax. Well, Frank Luntz on the conservative side, hey, we're going to change that word estate tax to death tax, because it's much more shocking. It's something that people don't want to pay tax when just because they die, even though that's exactly what estate tax is. He also coined a phrase, instead of we're going to drill for oil, we're going to explore for energy, which is much more innocuous, much more of a calm type description of what we're doing. Yeah, we're drilling for oil, but we're really exploring for energy. Much more innocuous. So I want to advise you to just think about the words that you use in everyday conversation, and especially in conversations with your clients. I don't want to use the term dumb it down, but I think that words should be used in a manner that they can be understood by almost anyone. But the words you choose are extremely important. So I hope you can think about that in your next meeting, and we'll see you again next week on Tuesdays with Tim.